Macdonald. Rory, welcome to the Cage Clinic.
Hey, how are you?
I'm doing well. Rory, your old nickname is the Waterboy. It was a nickname that the fans really seem to enjoy. How did the Waterboy nickname come about?
It was given to me in the gym at my old gym, Toshido, when I was like 14. Mostly just like my attitude, personally, kind of like the movie, The Waterboy. So it was kind of like a Joker name. I didn't really like it ever, and then it kind of followed me to the UFC, and then people started calling me, and I didn't really like it, so I just thought something up quick, and I just changed it.
Now, your current nickname is Aries.
Yeah.
And we know why you changed the nickname now, but where did that nickname come from?
It's the Greek god of war, and I just thought it was, my mindset when I'm in the ring. It's kind of like a stage name, like for a performer. It's kind of the same aspect.
Okay. You now train at TriStar Gym in Montreal. How's that training helped your career?
It's huge. It was just the next step, training with George and the great guys out there is really taking me to the next level.
Who's the bigger influence on you at TriStar, George St. Pierre or Faraz Alavi?
Faraz, I have a lot. He's my head coach. He's teaching me and helping me. George has a big impact too because he's a sparring partner, and he gives me tips when he sees things because he's got experience. So, my coach has obviously got a big impact.
Okay. You recently called out BJ Penn, and he accepted your challenge to fight in your home country.
Yep.
And it's going to be in Toronto at UFC 152 in September. Why did you choose to call BJ Penn out?
UFC was suggesting that BJ wanted to fight me, so I made it public and asked him if he wanted to fight, so we did it.
In the UFC, you're 3-0 with 3 finishes in the United States, and you're 1-1 in your 2 fights in Canada. Is there extra pressure when you fight in Canada?
No, not at all. I enjoy it more because it's close to home usually, and I don't have to travel, and there's less taxes. They don't take it off your paycheck, so that's nice too.
Yeah, that would be a nice influence. You previously stated that by the age of 24 you want to be world champion. If your friend and mentor and training partner George St. Pierre is still a champion, how do you plan on becoming the champion?
We'll cross that bridge when I get there. I'm 24, 25 when I'm at my peak. We'll see what happens. But, as it is right now, me and George work together. But, we're not going to fight each other right now. But we'll see what happens.
So you put that goal on hold?
Yeah, I can't say what's going to happen 3 years down the road, I might not be a welterweight even at that point. I don't know. So we'll just have to see.
Okay. Speaking of George St. Pierre, it seems to me that you've been taking similar career paths. Obviously, GSP lost an early fight to Matt Hughes, and you lost the early one to Carlos Condit. It seems that George St. Pierre became a superstar after fighting BJ Penn the first time. Is this what you hope to accomplish in this fight?
Yeah, BJ is a huge name, and I think it will be a great fight for the both of us. I think I'm going to come on top, and it's going to give me a bit more of a name in the sport, a legit spot in the top 10.
If you can get past BJ Penn in September, who do you see fighting next?
I want to fight Carlos. That's pretty much all I care about right now is my rematch with him. So, I'm just going to fight BJ, and whatever happens, happens. I don't know what's going to happen, man. I just go with the win. Whatever.
Okay. Well, Nick Diaz would be coming off a suspension earlier next year. Do you think a fight with him would be the next logical step for you? Or do you think it's Carlos Condit?
I don't know, man. I'd love to fight Nick, too. I'm going to fight all these guys. It's all in the top 10, Jake Ellenberg, all these guys, It's going to happen eventually. I'm not running from anybody, so we're all going to be there, so it's going to happen.
Well, Nick Diaz is viewed as being an upper echelon guy in the division now. So maybe you might want to put that fight together. Because with the time frame, hopefully George is going to fight Carlos at the end of the year. Given that time frame, maybe the Nick Diaz fight might be a viable option.
Yeah, it could. You never know until it happens. We'll see what happens in the BJ fight first.
Where do you think you rank in the welterweight division right now?
I don't really care about rankings. I'm just in there to beat people up, man. That's it.
Where do you see yourself in 3 years?
3 years, I think I'll be at my peak and I'll be holding the title. That's the plan. But again, I don't really know what's going to happen, It's God's will, and we'll see what happens.
All right, well, thanks for being on the Cage Clinic, and good luck in September against BJ Penn.
Thank you.
Now, if you don't mind, can we do a bumper real quick? Basically, all you got to do is just here it is. It's like we play in and out going to
UFC
commercials.
welterweight Rory Macdonald, and you're listening to Cage Clinic on Sports Talk. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's just for your.
Yeah,
It's just filler.
phone, I apologize for that.
Tell me when we're recording.
Check out.
Hi, this is UFC welterweight Rory Macdonald, and you. Oh, sorry. I thought it said you are now.
Just roll with it.
Yeah. Hi, this is UFC welterweight Rory Macdonald, and you are listening to the Cage Clinic on Sports Talk 1280 WHTK.
Cool.